So in this video, I'm going to talk about my new project. It's a very simple poll system, and this is a real-time poll system where you can create a poll. So for example, you can enter your name and your question, where do you want to go? And you create a poll. Once you hit create, you'll see that there is a UUID in the URL. You can send this URL to your friends. So for example, in a different browser, I'm going to paste in that URL. And now that you both are on the same poll, you can start adding choices. Let's say Denver. As you can see, the choices are getting reflected in the other browser too. And let's choose one more option, New York. From here, you can start voting. And as you can see, all this is in real time. So this app is made using Django and HTMX. It utilizes WebSocket and Django channels. A few of the issues that I ran into. The first one is when I hit add, this won't send a post request. And the reason that this won't send a post request is because the button that I used for this add is outside of the form. So this is just a regular button that sends out a post request. In Django, when you send a post request, you will also need to send a CSRF token. In this case, this post request did not have a CSRF token sent along with it. So what you have to do is to use custom JavaScript to send out the CSRF token. And you can see here that in my script, I have a event listener that listens to a HTMX event. And once this event happens, then it will insert the CSRF token into the header. And the reason is X-CSRF token in the header is because this value is listed in the Django documentation. Another problem that I ran into is how to handle errors. So for example, if nothing is entered here and we hit add, then as you can see that it shows an error message. You did not enter a choice. So to handle this, we can use the HTMX error extension. So as you can see in the HTML file here, that we have a HX target and we have a HX target error. So this means that when there is a 200 response, then we will swap with the HTML element that has the ID of the poll results. And if it's an error, then we will swap with the HTML element that has the ID of empty choice error. And you can see that I have a P tag that has the ID of empty choice error. And if I scroll up, you can see this whole thing is the poll results ID. So in this case, I returned a 400 response, which in this case, in that 400 response, I am swapping the HTML elements into this section. So one last issue that I ran into, I'm currently connected to the WebSocket once I am on this page. And if you remember, this is our initial page. Once I click on poll, then this whole page will get swapped with what we see here. And if I inspect this page, you can see that there is a WS Connect attribute in this div that basically established the WebSocket connection. However, the bug that I encountered is that when I update this page here, the other browsers wouldn't get updated. And the reason for this is because the HTMX attribute is embedded in the swapped element. This means that the attributes won't get triggered when it's in a swapped HTMX element. So in order to trigger this, you have to use a custom JavaScript to trigger the attributes that's in the HTMX. So as you can see in my code, I have another event listener that listens to a HTMX configuration called after swap. And once this happens, then I would basically get the WS Connect attribute and then process the target that's in that event. In this case, it would be establishing the WebSocket connection. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching.